Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, Devin Hunter here. Hey, today I want to talk about what is going on in the new home market, where since people aren't wanting to buy homes, it looks like builders, along with lenders, are getting out of the market and starting to market towards rental properties, investors in rental properties. So, something that we need to actually take a look at since interest rates have went up, the home buyer pool of people wanting to go out and build or buy a new home has stepped back because the interest rates are up. Interest rates are at right at about 6.015 right now, and that is in the middle of January of 2023. And interest rates are always dependent on what your credit score is. So keep that in mind. Yeah, you might be able to qualify for different programs, or it might be lower, or it might be higher. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, looks like there's some articles out here that talks about. Let's start over here with Fortune magazine, and that was back in January 3rd of 2013. It says investors are now building houses rather than buying them. So it sounds like, going through this article, that they would prefer to actually build something than to go out and find something that they can buy off the market and rent out. They would rather build something that's a lot nicer. That way they don't have to go in and put a bunch of money into it. And it sounds like they're actually getting out of the flip market as well. Have another article here, and this one was date is where's it at? January 7th of 2021. It says the single family build to rent markets rise to fame. So what's going on there with a lot of these builders? It says started back to change in 2019, when, after sales of luxury and move-in homes dwindled in 2018, builders such as Mirage, Lennar, KB Homes followed the lead of DR Horton Express, where they're building complete communities with the intent of renting them out. Um, a lot of investors are going to these builders and saying, "Hey, I want to build these houses. You build these for me, and I will buy them all, and we'll turn around and make these rental communities." So, with these investors doing that, and the rental rates are going to go up in that area and even further out. They're going to start being able to dictate it because they're going to control the inventory. Um, so, seeing that coming, and I see it more going on here in the Indianapolis metro area, the metro Indianapolis area, that there are communities that are, you can't go in if you were a buyer wanting to build or buy one of these homes. They're not selling it to you. They're selling these homes already to investors. They're already purchased up, already bought. Another indicator here is, this is on January 10th of 2023. It shows that Wells Fargo, once the number one player in mortgages, is stepping back from the housing market. That's huge, guys, right there. Talking about them because they're changing the way they are doing business. They're not going after the home loans. It says right here on a few key points. It says, instead of its previous goal of reaching as many Americans as possible, the company will now focus on home loans for existing bank and wealth market customers and borrowers in minority communities. As part of its retrenchment, Wells Fargo is also shuttering its correspondence business and buys loans made by third-party lenders, as significantly shrinking its mortgage servicing portfolio through asset sales. Although the shift will result in a fresh round of layoffs for the bank's mortgages operations, executives acknowledge, but they decline to quantify exactly how many jobs will be lost. So I think that Wells Fargo is just the tip of the iceberg, that we're going to start seeing the others other banks and lending institutes start backing away because a lot of buyers are afraid to initiate the home buying process. And that's pretty sad because this country is built on the American dream to go out and buy a home. You can go out and buy a home as little as 3% down, 3.5%, or if you like, you can do 20%. It's all up to you what you want to do. If you do 20%, you're going to eliminate the private mortgage insurance that you would have attached to the home, which could save you hundreds of dollars. So it's something to think about. A lot of buyers, they don't have that, but they're willing to go out and spend money on rentals. That's why the rental market is crazy right now. And you see a lot of apartments and homes that are leasing out. And as soon as somebody moves out, somebody will move right back in. But rental rates are up. I don't know what it is exactly for this market, but rental rates are up and it is still cheaper. It's still cheaper to actually buy a home, guys. Just be aware of that. So I just want to put this information out on what's going on. It's something to keep an eye on what's going on in the national market and even the local market here for the Metro Indianapolis area. Something to keep an eye on, guys. If you got any question about what's going on at the local market or national market, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you out. You'll see all my contact information down below, or you could leave a response to this video, leave a comment, and I'll be glad to reply back to your comment, answer your question, and see if there's anything I can help you with. So, guys, that's it. We're out of here. We'll talk later. Bye bye.